Welcome to HDTV. You're now rocking with your boy. That hit the opera on you knuckles. Now, everybody is wondering, why are the Falcons staying? Why are they trying to trade out of the 4th pick? Why don't they just go get a quarterback, or at least try to trade Matt Ryan to get some more picks where they could eventually get a quarterback, or they could rebuild? The thing is this: Matt Ryan, you guys have to remember, the owner loves Matt Ryan. Period. He loves Matt Ryan. He believes Matt Ryan. Matt Ryan just went to the Super Bowl like, 2-3 years ago? And basically, he wants him to try to win one, or at least finish out his career there, or at least wait until what comes up next year. They should have traded Matt Ryan the year after, well, not the year after the Super Bowl, but the year after that one. They should have been in the works of trying to find a future predecessor to Matt Ryan. Matt Ryan, Matty Ice, Boston College phenom. When I first saw him, I was like, oh, this guy's gonna be good. He could throw the ball from the pocket. He can go on the move with it. Matt Ryan was that guy. He put up some big games at Boston College. After the Michael Vick fiasco with the dog fighting, he stepped in and was that leader and got that Atlanta team turned around in a year. Him and people forget, before Julio Jones, there was Roddy White. Roddy White was the guy. Him and Mike Jenkins were balling that year. They were balling. It basically showed everybody, okay, we're good. We don't really need to worry about not having Michael Vick on the team. And every year they were doing good. Until, they couldn't get to the big game. They couldn't get to the hump. And that's when I think they brought in Quinn. Quinn got them to the Super Bowl. He had their defense balling out. They had a guy on the end named Vic Beasley. They added some pieces to that secondary, and they were balling. Excuse me. They were balling out of control. Now, they were up 28-3 in the Super Bowl. And the second half, Tom Brady led the Patriots to, well, it wasn't just him. James White really was the one who led them. James White was just destroying them. He was catching out the backfield, running off tackles a lot, catching the screens. James White played out of his mind. And, that's when the controversy with LeGarrette Blount came out saying, well, White should have won the MVP over Brady, just throwing shade and hating like LeGarrette always do. And LeGarrette's he's a solid running back, because he did his job in that game as well. He was running the ball down their throat. They went more to the running game. Tom was able to get the ball to the guys, and they were able to succeed in winning that Super Bowl. Atlanta has not been the same ever since. That year later, they were winning games. They were winning, and then all of a sudden, they just started blowing leads. It's like them demons came back, and after that season, I would have got rid of Matt Ryan. I would have got rid of Matt Ryan. I would have got rid of a lot of pieces, and I would have started rebuilding. Because you don't want to be stuck in a situation like you had with Dan Marino for the Dolphins. Dan Marino, all them years, yeah, he was still balling, but when he decided to hang it up, you didn't have anybody to go to. You didn't have no predecessor. It's the same thing with Green Bay. That's why Green Bay transferred to Aaron Rodgers. Because Brett Favre, they felt like, man, look, this dude keep playing with us, talking about he's coming back or not coming back, even though him and Matt Ryan aren't the same. Matt Ryan is all committed. He wants to come back and play. But you want to have a predecessor. And to me, I feel this year, you could grab a quarterback and have him groomed under Matt Ryan. I don't know why people feel because you're a first round pick, you don't have to sit. You can sit. Back in the day, they used to have rookies sit. You weren't playing the first year, sometimes not even the second year. You wouldn't play until you were downright ready, because when they got you, they invested in you. That's a lot of money that's being invested. And if you mess around and turn out not to be that guy, that sets the franchise back at least 3, 4, maybe 5 years, maybe 6. But the Falcons are trying to hitch their wagon onto Matt Ryan. And it's like, when are you going to move on? You know, everybody talking about, man, he still got a little zip on the ball. Okay, but if Matt Ryan gets hit one good time and he's hurt, he's not coming back. He's going to end up being Drew Brees. Drew Brees should have been left. Drew Brees should have left 2 or 3 years before this time. He should have been gone. Brees did not have the same velocity, and I saw him losing it. Matt Ryan should have been gone. They should have been building or bringing a quarterback in. You know, that's the problem. People are so stuck in their ways, they think, oh, well, Matty Ice, man, he's not the same Matty Ice. He's not the same Matty Ice. You have got to let him, you've got to move on. And this is the problem with a lot of teams. A lot of teams love to stay with that guy. It's not just the NFL, the NBA. They're doing it right now with LeBrownies. They done hitched their wagon on a guy in his 18th year. It's like, dude, it's time to move on. Because, see, the Lakers, even with Kobe there, they were building something. They had Julius Randle. They had D'Angelo. They were building something. Then after Kobe left, they got Brandon Ingram. They were fine. Ingram was getting better by the game. Then they snuck and got Kuzma. Then they got Josh Hart and Lonzo Ball. And now you sacrifice that for immediate success. What happens when those guys retire and it's time for them to leave? Now you're stuck. So to me, it's better to build for the future as well as now. I don't want to go to a Super Bowl one time or twice when I have a chance with the young nucleus. I could go for the next decade getting to the Super Bowl. And that's something that people have to realize. And that's what I try to tell Dallas Cowboy fans. It's like, dude, you got Dak. You got a solid quarterback. Just keep building your team. It takes time to win Super Bowls. You don't win Super Bowls overnight. And that's the problem. People think, oh, quick success. Quick success. It's just like NBA. You get rid of all your young talent just to bring in this old guy who doesn't have that much time. He done got hurt. He's in these past 2 seasons with the Lakers, LeBrownies has been getting hurt a lot. And if not for that layoff in that bubble, they would have won nothing. That's why I'm like, why everybody surprised why they look the way they do? Because they always look like that. That team last year wasn't going to win it all. If they didn't have that 4-month break, they was fine. That's why I said the NBA should have just canceled the season. Take your loss, come back, and make your money. But no, they wanted to give them that bubble championship so then they could promote them for this year. That's what I'm trying to tell you guys. We have to wake up and look at it. You can't always hinge your wagon to guys who are older. If you have to start building your team. That's what happened to the Tampa Bay Bucks. After that Super Bowl, they went downhill after that because Warren Sapp started getting hurt. Simeon Rice got long in the tooth. Brooks was getting old. John Lynch was getting hurt more. John Lynch retired because he was getting too many concussions, I believe. And John Lynch was a hell of a safety. A hell of a strong safety. Rondé Barber was trying to teach the young corners. He was the last of the Mohicans on that Bucks team before I think he retired. I think he the only one who retired a Buck. And Derrick Brooks, I believe. Everybody else went somewhere else. John Lynch went to the Broncos, I believe. Because things weren't going good with him there in Tampa. He wanted to keep playing. They got rid of him. And then the quarterback, and then they didn't really have a raw quarterback. Brad Johnson, he was gone. And then Chris Sims, John Gruden he had a damn spleen injury. His spleen was messed up. He was about to lose his life. And then he ran Cadillac Williams into the dirt. So that's what I'm saying. When you're building a team, you want to build depth. But not only depth, you want to build to win down the line. You don't just want to win now. You want to continue winning. That's what you want to do. If you got your guy, you got to stick with him through thick and thin. That's what I'm saying. It's not easy to win. People want to be like, well, I'm going to get rid of this quarterback. As much as I don't like Sam Darnold, but dog, you really didn't give Sam Darnold anything in New York. You're going to keep drafting quarterbacks? Now you're going to go get a guy who's worse than Sam Darnold and Zach Wilson? Good luck with that. Good luck with that, because I don't see it. And a lot of these quarterbacks in this class, man, they're terrible. They're not that good. But the premise of the video is move on. Or at least before you move on, build depth. Have a replacement in mind. Don't just go into a season and this guy, what if Matt Ryan get hurt? Then what? What you guys gonna do? That's what I'm saying. You got to think about these things. And you guys are thinking about trading out the 4th spot. Why don't you just grab a quarterback? That's what I'm saying. These guys don't understand football. They don't. A lot of these guys need to get that book, Football for Dummies. But yeah, just wanted to talk to you about that. Just explaining the situation. But like, comment, subscribe, share this, hit the notification bell to select all to receive upcoming notifications. And let me know in the comment section, would you hitch your wagons to an old veteran, or would you build a young nucleus and want to contend now or later? Or do you just want to contend now and not worry about later? Let me know in the comment section. Like I said, like, comment, subscribe, share this. Hit the notification bell to select all to receive upcoming notifications. And if you like what you hear, you could donate to the page. You can cash at me at the word welcome, the number 2, and then HDIITV. Thank you for listening, and we're out. Dizzy.